I entered my first game jam and failed to finish it in time. But that's okay, because I actually had two ulterior motives. The first one was, I wanted to create a new, different game. If any of you have seen my previous videos, you may know that I'm currently creating a game based off old school RuneScape's hallowed Sepulchre minigame, where the player is a happy little slime character delving into a dungeon full of traps to avoid and puzzles to solve. And I've been working on it on and off for almost 8 months. And to be honest, I wanted something new, but small and also something where I didn't have to come up with a theme. That's why I signed up for a game jam. It was perfect. I get told a theme to make my game around, and I'd have to make it small to fit within 2 weeks. Oh, and the second reason, I used it to convince one of my best mates that it would just be a bit of fun for 2 weeks. Little did he know it was all part of my plan to get him hooked on game dev and then use him for free labour for the rest of his life. He knew what he was getting himself into. So this was the game jam we entered, and the theme was Keeper of the Flame. Now, the fun thing with game jams is that you can interpret them however you like. Some clever people may think, ooh, Keeper of the Flame. Yeah, Keeper of the Flame of Rebellion. Or Keeper of the Flame of an idea or philosophy. Something smart like that. However, with our two brain cells, we took that literally. Keeping a fire or something hot alive for as long as possible. We brainstormed on the first day and threw out some standard ideas. Keeping a large fire alive while enemies tried to put it out. Or a puzzle game where you need to keep a flame on a fuse going as long as possible. Eventually, thanks to my friend's roommate randomly suggesting a volcano on an island, we came up with this basic premise. The player is the next tribal leader on an island that worships a volcano or volcano god, and they need to keep the god happy as well as protecting their tribe. For the mechanics of the game, we created a brand new, unique genre that no other game has ever done. It's so wild and so interesting. It's a roguelike, okay? What? I like roguelikes. And so does my mate. They're fun. And we know them fairly well. Don't you judge me. Anyway, so the basic premise of the game is the player goes into the volcano to kill volcano lava rock enemies, which drop magma stones. And after they clear a certain amount of floors, you get the option to either leave with your loot or continue to delve deeper. Those who play old school RuneScape might get that reference. Where it gets harder and harder, but the rewards get greater. Speaking of enemies, we currently have 3. First, the Lava Spitter. He's a basic enemy with basic logic. He walks around in a random direction and then stops to shoot, and so on. Next is the Exploding Bug guy. He simply walks towards the player, and when he's close enough, transforms into a knight and begins charging up for a short time before exploding. Okay, I didn't have enough time to animate that, so I borrowed an asset from the Brachy's Godot tutorial. And lastly, the giant golem, with his multiple movesets and phases that I have for him in my head. Because yeah, I didn't get round to doing this in time. Now you might be thinking, hey, where's the bit about Keeper of the Flame or keeping the flame alive? Well, you see that expertly drawn bar at the top? That's the fire bar, and it represents the amount of fire or energy the volcano happens to have. Not only that, it also counts as your ammunition in the dungeon. And how do you keep that bar high? By sacrificing those magma stones to an altar, thus keeping the flame alive. Right? Okay, fine, it's not a flame, but it's close enough. This mechanic not only forces the player not to spray and play when they're fighting the enemies, it also means that each time they get ready for another run, they will have to decide if they want to risk upgrading themselves at the cost of maybe not having enough ammunition for the next run, or put all the magma stones into the fire bar, but making the levels harder for them. So yeah, we didn't manage to complete this all within the 2-week time frame, but that's okay, The point was to learn, not only more about Godot, but the skills of coming up with a game and mechanics quickly, all within a small scope. And we are planning on continuing making this game. We have a lot of mechanics and ideas of what we want to add, and hopefully eventually be able to release it together on Steam for all of you guys to try out. If you have any ideas of what new enemies or mechanics, or even have a great name idea for this game, please let me know down in the comments. And if you want to check out my other videos on my other game, the link will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. I really appreciate it.